I have watched him play this game since we were in high school. I've seen him high school, college, summer ball, minor leagues, you name it, I've watched him do it, and I knew that this was the moment that he was made for, and the moment that everything that we have been through, the good and the bad, that moment was making it all worth it.
Ground ball, base hit into center. And Matt Beaty's first at bat as a big leaguer.
Way to go, Matt!
Mic'd up. So.
Nice.
Don't say what you were gonna say.
In his third season as a utility man for the Dodgers, Matt Beaty continues to work to make a name for himself in Major League Baseball.
Where you at today?
Center.
Center.
Drafted by the Dodgers out of Belmont University in the 12th round 6 years ago, Beaty finds himself with one of the game's most storied franchises and a World Series title on his resume. The stuff of dreams, the dream he's living. Dreams seemingly too big to dream as a small-town kid from Tennessee.
Growing up in Tennessee is obviously a lot different than LA or California. You can go miles without seeing any types of buildings, and just driving down Highway 22, you're gonna be in the middle of trees for 4 or 5 miles until you get to the next city, next stoplight. Tennessee's countryside is a lot of farmland. Everybody's got multiple acres.
Matt and his wife Jessica are back in their hometown of Dresden, Tennessee. And what they hope is the first of many. This is the Matt Beaty Scholarship Weekend, a series of events to raise money for sports throughout the community and all of Weakley County. But before that, Matt and Jessica take time to tour their past and reminisce, reveling in memories.
Welcome to Dresden, Tennessee. I think the population's just around 3,000, which that's a really small town. Everybody knows everybody. That if you go to a restaurant, you're gonna know who's in there with you. You're gonna know the waiter. For the most part, it's just your typical down-home country cooking with butter, grits. It's quiet now because everybody's at church. And here we are, the one stoplight in town. It's one red light, and this is the only one this is the traffic jam. This is what we call a traffic jam in Dresden. A red light to let 2 cars go through the intersection. This is exciting. This is the one stoplight in town, and I got to show you guys. There's probably 10 stoplights in the whole county, if that, maybe. I don't exactly know the number, but it's not a lot. So this is the house that I grew up in. Right there. I think they're Browns fans. I remember driving by the first time and I saw the Cleveland Browns flag hanging up. I'm like, oh my goodness, we have Cleveland Brown fans living in my house now. And then we had a pretty big backyard.
Matt's father, David, was a firefighter who grew up in Tennessee and attended college at UT Martin. Though his playing days ended after Little League, baseball became a passion that he couldn't wait to pass on to Matt. In every backyard of Matt's youth, the pair spent hours and hours working on Matt's baseball skills, David teaching and encouraging all along.
I think that's where a lot of the love of the game comes from, is being out there in the field with your dad playing catch. Looking back on it now, it's so special what he was able to pass down to me and his love for the game.
There's no tag in this one, folks.
Here we are. Black and yellow. Something that made Jessica mad our senior year. I got like front row parking at the high school. Like I was either number 1 or number 2 parking space, which was literally like right there. So I just got to pull in every single day, and she had to park like way down in the back corner or something. So.
That was dumb.
I first got to Dresden when I was in 7th grade. I grew up just outside of Atlanta, so I grew up in, you know, a very populated area. And then when I got to Dresden, Tennessee, I think in my 7th grade class, probably 70, 80 students in my grade, so it was a lot different. It's the only high school in the town, probably one of 5 in the county. It's cool because you know every single person that's in your class. You get to know them. You get really close with a lot of them. This is everybody in our graduating class of 2011. As you can see, it's just about as many guys as we have on the team. So it's not a whole lot of people. Where's my hair at? Oh, I got a little bit.
That's good. That's good hair. That was peak Matt hair, not mop top middle school Matt hair.
Maybe it's a little receding already. I don't know.
No, I think you have it like kind
I had
of
the comb over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you first moved here, you had a full blown like mop top.
Oh yeah,
It was
like Justin
wild.
Bieber, like
Yeah.
early Justin Bieber days. Here.
Wild. And then it was
You
like
liked it
this
though.
and- yeah, I liked every phase of your hair.
There's Jess. Jess and I first met when we were in 7th grade.
All of the girls, not just me, were vying for Matt's attention.
I'd sat behind her in class, and I think she liked me at the time, but she turned around and looked at me and was like, "Why do you like so-and-so, some other girl?" Just little stupid middle school drama, and it just caught me off guard, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about," just deflecting like a middle school boy would do, I guess.
He did not like me at first. He liked some of my friends, and I was a little bit offended, but I ended up getting him in the end, so it's fine.
So we got a detention right outside this door one time for hugging.
It wasn't even, I still don't understand that.
It was right here. It was right here.
It was worth it.
It was right here. It was just like a.
I mean, it was literally like not even, it was like a height, it was like a.
It's like, all right,
Like,
bye.
like see you in like 2 classes or
Yeah,
something. Like
yeah.
it was. We went through a lot of stuff in college, just different things, and I would say that's when we kind of knew, okay, we're in this for the long haul and we're going to, you know, get married and do all of those things.
A high school jersey. The 2 reasons why I chose number 22 in high school. 1, my cousin was number 22, and then also Clayton Kershaw. I always thought he was a really good pitcher, and he rocked number 22. So here we are, back to the glory days as a Dresden Lion. This was, the city park was our high school field. I was actually a shortstop in high school for the most part. Don't tell Siegs that. I was a pretty good shortstop. Main thing I remember is just constantly being up here with my dad throwing BP right here, or, you know, one of my best friends, Gatlin Hatchell, throwing BP, or even Jessica. There's a house out there that this lady that lived there, she hated every time I would come up there because I wasn't trying to, but I would hit home runs and it would hit the roof of her house, and I guess she's in her house trying to watch TV or whatever. And a couple times she called the cops on me, and the cops came up here and was like, "Well, how about you just try to hit it over there where there's no houses?" That was kind of a fun target to try to hit all the time, was the scoreboard. A lot of good memories.
I think in middle school, in a small town, you don't, not that you don't work hard, but you don't work like we all watched Matt work. I mean, this boy would beg me to go to the park with him every Sunday. We would sometimes go twice on Sundays because he just needed to hit and he just needed to work through some things.
I've just always loved playing baseball. I love being out there on the field. I love taking batting practice. I think that's just where the work ethic came from. I didn't see it as work. I just saw it as having fun and just playing games and being out there and enjoying myself.
I think that's also why our journey, and his journey specifically, just makes everything that much more special, because I've seen how hard he has worked to get here and how he is always the underdog, always had to prove himself.
The hard work has put the Beatys in Dodger blue and in a position to give back to the community they believe gave them so much. Through the Matt Beaty Scholarship Fund, their goal is to help those who helped them during their years in Dresden.
It's just great. Me and Jessica are super excited to come back here and give back to the community that gave us so much while we were in school and over the past couple of years, keeping up with our journey. And we're excited to, start a scholarship fund and help kids that want to, pursue athletics in college. And also just, throughout the county, we want to help teams that need help with jerseys or equipment, whatever they need. What's up, guys? How we doing? You guys ready?
Backstage Dodgers is brought to you by Cadillac. Visit your Southern California Cadillac dealer today.
Okay, guys, so I'm gonna thank our sponsors, and I'm gonna try not to cry, but I can't promise anything. I cried yesterday at the golf tournament, so.
When you grow up somewhere and when you are so engulfed in that community, and when you're young and you're learning so many things about yourself, you don't realize how special the people that you got to grow up with, the community that you got to grow up in, you don't realize that in the moment.
Here it comes. Thank you guys again for being here and supporting us.
No, both of us, we're so overwhelmed with the support from this community.
I think it was just kind of a very full circle moment for us of, wow, we grew up here and look what we accomplished, and now we are able to do something for the kids like us that grew up not knowing if they could reach their goals, but now we are members of that community that can be like, you can, and let us help you.
We're just excited to, get back and see everybody here that's been giving us support, over the years, and we're excited to, help your kids.
Matt Beaty's about to begin a baseball camp that highlights the Matt Beaty Scholarship Weekend. He and his wife Jessica's effort to assist and promote sports in the Dresden, Tennessee area.
What's up, guys? How we doing? You guys ready? I'm gonna go through a workout, kind of what our normal day is. I just wanna say, guys, look, 10 years ago, this was my high school field, right? I grew up just right down the road, right here in Dresden, Tennessee. And then 10 years now, here I am, a Los Angeles Dodger. So I just wanna tell you guys, follow your dreams, guys. Just be able to, make an impact on some other kids that feel like I'm from such a small town. There's no way I'm going to go be able to play D1 baseball or a D1 sport or go all the way across the country to go to college or stuff like that. Be committed to what you're doing, and whatever it is that you're doing, just try to be the best at whatever you're doing, right?
You just look around at all the kids that are here and how exciting it's been watching him succeed at something that he's worked at so hard for such a long time. It makes all these kids know that anything's possible, and for us adults too. It's been a good ride.
First, we're going to talk about throwing. What's important in throwing, guys? Hit them in the chest. You know what we talk about? We'd say aim small, miss small, right?
I think the motivation for Matt to also be role models to those kids, because knowing that it's hard coming from a small town to get to where Matt is, but it's not impossible.
For me, I like to look at the D right here in Dodgers. When I'm throwing with my guys, whoever I'm throwing with, I look at that D, right? And that's a small target. But if I miss that target, it's going to be a small miss, and it's going to be within that zone, right? Okay, guys?
Everybody through this town follows him just on a daily basis. We stay up late at night watching Dodger baseball just to see how well he does.
So let's talk about hitting a little bit, guys. What's important in hitting? Watching the ball. Well, number one is swinging at strikes, right? We don't want to swing at balls. We don't want to give that pitcher an extra strike. Just because
Matt can go 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts, but people in Dresden still think he's the coolest guy ever.
What you want to focus on, guys, is seeing that ball coming in and getting your barrel into that position as soon as possible. And I'm not going to cast out and try to go reach it. I'm going to try to stay as tight as possible here.
The best part about Matt is he's humble, and no matter how much stardom he has or how much success, he's going to come back to Dresden and just be Matt, and we love him for that.
Now get that step, right? You feel athletic? Here, let's see the step. You do a little step. Stop at the step. I want to see it, okay? Stop right there.
It's just an awesome thing for these kids who have the dream like Matt did, to see how hard he's worked and just see him in person and be able to work with him.
There you go. That's it. Hey, line drive. That's perfect. Run on this one, all right?
What the heck? It's just a very good thing for our community, and I'm so proud of him and Jessica for giving back to it.
And like I said, guys, just 10 years ago, I was here. This was my home park. Guys, that was my dream, and I want you guys to know that when each one of you work on your skills, work on the game, and you go out there and win a game to get together and then go have a pizza party, wherever it may be afterwards, those are some of the funnest days that I remember. It's been great. That's how it's been. The whole community has been behind me, and just to come back and to be able to give back to them and also see the people face to face that have been cheering for me all year long, it's really special.
Play a lot of Warzone yesterday?
A little bit. That's what it is, man. Yeah. What all my real friends got on.
Never really gotten into Warzone. I've never really gotten into Warzone.
Refresher out there on the lineups, or we're straight up and gap 30.
I've got it on my phone.
Just need a little refresher. Yeah, that's deep. I think, yeah, I played right field during the Freeway Series. I didn't play out there.
Well, look, it's both the. All right, out here and left. Go right up this section of bleachers.
Yep.
And there's a tunnel. It has the Angels.
Yep.
So this staircase in front of it. So.
Dang, so it's like,
Yep.
I forget how deep that.
Yep. Yeah, this staircase, right to the left of the right see the Angels, the tunnel there. That staircase in front of it. So right here. Right here.
Hey, did you dig the X in Chicago and left? Yeah.
You like that one?
Yeah.
And then 30 is this little overhang in the bullpen where the guys sit, like where the benches are.
Yeah.
The little overhang, the corner, the overhang.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Gap 30.
It's like
Corner
here.
of the overhang in the bullpen.
Matt Beaty's third season with the Dodgers has run the spectrum. A less than stellar start sent him to the alternate site in Arizona. But upon his return, a sensational 7 runs batted in against the Brewers shows the time in Glendale was well spent. Such turbulence doesn't change his approach. Stay steady. Do all he can to be ready when his number's called.
We got nothing. It's kind of hard to see right now with the shadows, yeah.
Yeah, you want, since
situations? Or?
We'll go situation. Give it to me.
Hey, what are you thinking on this guy? Like, we didn't talk about it.
Middle.
It's middle. Medio.
He's gonna wanna get up and in on me, and he's gonna wanna work that changeup down and away.
Hey,
I just want to see him here. Yeah.
Make mistakes, you gotta let him do it.
Yeah.
Channel one you want.
Though the post alternate site Beaty is filling the box scores, he remains the utility man who comes off the bench, unless there's a change in the situation like there is in Anaheim.
We had some bad news this last night, A.J. Pollock with the hamstring issue, but that just adds injury to insult as it happened during the Dodgers' 4th consecutive loss tonight, hoping to bounce back, though, and end this skid.
A.J. Pollock's hamstring injury lands Beaty in a starting role in left field. With every base occupied in the 4th inning, Beaty has a chance to reverse the recent trend of the Dodgers leaving runners on base.
Bases loaded, 1 gone, 2 in the bank. So it brings up Matt Beaty, who's driven in 13 over his last 8 games, and that included the first grand slam of his career on Sunday in Milwaukee.
His visit to the alternate site has really turned around his season.
We could use one to unload him here. That'd be nice.
A 2-2. Change up, flip foul. He and his wife Jessica started what's called the Matt Beaty Fund to help support student athletes where they grew up in Weakley County, Tennessee. There where Dresden is. That's going to include a scholarship each year to a student athlete looking to play a sport in college.
Come on, Matty.
2-2 again is inside, and the count is full with nowhere to put it.
I think Bundy's going to go high risk, high reward on this pitch. He's going to go change up or breaking ball.
Bases loaded for Beaty. 3-2. He yanks it deep to right. Back towards the wall. And it one-hops the wall. Muncy in to score easily. Will Smith's headed home. It's a 2-run double from Matt Beaty.
There's some smiles and adrenaline on the Dodger base path and also in the dugout.
Sighs of relief as they cash in with a crooked number here in the 4th.
Oh, today was fun. When you start hitting, balls start to fall, start to find gaps, even on soft contact. It's a lot of fun, and it was a good game to be a part of.
Trying to hang on here, looking to snap the 4-game skid. Bounce back to him. That will do it.
It's over. The game and the losing streak. Yes. It's over.
You're just happy for the opportunities. Unfortunately, it's with AJ being hurt. Hopefully he can be back soon and healthy. Hopefully it's not too bad, but you just try to take advantage of the opportunities. And it's a good day. We got a dub.
On the next Backstage Dodgers, Dustin May's season ends with Tommy John surgery, but help is on the way.